welcome back to another instalment of my slow and steady, non-sweaty Trailblazer series. That's not an attack on anyone, by the way. If I had the opportunity to go full-time, I'd take it in a heartbeat. We're simply chilling and enjoying the league as it comes. In the last episode, we finally got our Dragon Defender after spending too much time in the Warriors Guild killing Cyclops. We did manage to boost our Slayer level and earn a little cash from the grind though. We also managed to knock out a load of quests and tasks, as well as started on some low-level bossing, which is where we're headed in this episode of my Trailblazer progress. I know I said I had a taste for bossing, but I bottled a Fire Cape run when I got the Desire task. Instead, I took on the normal Desire monsters, looking for those Obsidian unique items for easy points and some to call later on. Here you can see we received an Obsidian Cape and the Obsidian Shield, equipping both giving us 200 League points. After boosting our stats a little with that task, I decided it was time to take on Bryophyta for the chance at the Essence and some guaranteed beginner clues. What I'd do is take a Moss Giant task from Vanaka, climb through the pipe, slay, and go back for another task once it was done. After getting our first Mossy Key, I decided to straight send it to the boss. I've never killed Bryophyta on any account before, so I wanted to use this as a gauge to see how difficult this would be. Having to right-click the Rune Axe to kill the Growthlings was annoying, but the kill overall was really simple. 50 points was granted for the first kill, as well as an armor upgrade in the form of a Rune Chain Body, a clear upgrade from our Myth Plate. I also mixed the grind up at times to take on more Hill Giant tasks, for the chance of getting a Giant Key and killing Obor for the Hill Giant Club. Killing him was another 50 points, and he dropped some limps for Herblore training later on in our account progression. After failing to get either of the unique drops, I decided to head on over to Sears Village and Catherby to complete the easy diary. No particular reason, just the points and the XP lamp that I decided to throw onto Runecraft. I also decided to take the account up to the Falconry hunting area to catch Kevits, to take us up to 69 Hunter. The majority of this XP was from birdhouse runs, which I've been trying my best to keep up with. Once I hit 69, I caught 2 dashing Kevits, which was a mission of its own, so that I could take there first to the man in Varrock, who crafted us a Spottier Cape, which we equipped for 50 points before immediately throwing it on the ground. I continued to take out more tasks, as I am really keen to unlock our final relics and area. After getting my holy symbol blessed in the Edgeville Monastery, I equipped it alongside my Explorer's Ring and the Monk Robes to get over 15 prayer bonus for 50 League points. Our second trip to Tears of Gothic still left us a long way off getting the 100 needed for the diary, but did get our range level up to 45. Not bad for a skill I haven't even touched. Another simple task for 50 points was entering the Ranging Guild, something the Tears XP has allowed us to do now. As I edited the last episode, I decided I'd woodcut and burn yew logs AFK-ish. 100 points for burning the 100 logs seemed like a good deal to me. I decided I finally had the cash to spend on a Rune Pickaxe, my best in slot pick, seeing as I won't ever access the wilderness. I immediately mined some iron for the easy 50 points. After that short break, I decided to head back to the yew trees to woodcut and fletch AFK, giving us 15,000 arrow shafts, 78 woodcutting, 62 fletching, and a beginner clue nest, which was completable and gave us a unique item in the Monk's Robe tier. I realised after this I was close to finishing off the Varrock Medium Achievement Diary, so I converted mahogany logs to planks, finishing it up and getting 50 points. As I still haven't decided what my next relic choice would be, I opted to put the lamp XP into Herblore, in case I don't opt for the Botanist relic. I'm sorry the following clips look a bit scuffed. I think it's because I was rendering a video at the time, but it does improve. If you'd like to watch the video, it's up in the cards. I decided to head to Falador rooftops to get our agility up, so that I could head over to Sears Village course for 100 easy points. Completing Big Chompy Bird Hunting quest was required for 3 easy task unlocks that everyone that unlocked Kandarin is granted due to a dev error or something. Basically, every player has been given 1,000 Chompy kills after the quest, meaning that 3 tasks for wearing different level hats are easily completable for 3 League points. The quest would be simple, but it took me so long to find the stupid cabbage, only for the spawn to be where I began collecting the necessary ingredients in the first place. Combining questing with task completion seemed to be the theme of this chunk of my playtime. Following the Chompy quest, I headed over to continue the Goblin storyline, granting access to the Cave Goblin City and giving us 50 League points. I was then able to pickpocket Cave Goblins for a bullseye lantern for 50 points, and then light it for another 50 points, an easy quest to complete for 150 League points. I then headed over to a Slayer Master to get a spider task, as well as to unlock bigger and badder. This won't really benefit me until my final region unlock, but it does grant us an easy 50-point task completion to get us there quicker. I also invested 75 Slayer points into a Slayer ring, which is essentially an Eternal Slayer ring thanks to my Eternal Jeweler relic. The final task to complete the Lumbridge Trainer Medium Diary was to pickpocket Martin the Master Farmer, giving us 50 League points and another 90k XP lamp that I decided to put into Herblore once again, boosting us up to 58, granting us the use of a herb sack once we purchase one. In order to complete another easy task, I needed to collect 100 seaweed and buckets of sand. I don't yet have access to whiteberries to complete Hand in the Sand, so I had to manually collect both materials. I did this at Piscatoris, as these seaweed nets allow fast collection for our current purposes. You can probably see in my chat there are a few other tasks that were completed before this, but they were simple rune crafting and high alch tasks that I didn't record. I collected the sand in Yenil's sand pit before heading to the rogue's den to turn the seaweed into soda ash. It's tedious tasks like this that make me thankful for the production master relic. After turning the materials into glass at the Edgefield furnace, I started crafting unpowered orbs. Again, this was a task that took no time at all, getting us 50 League points once again. Whilst I was in the crafting mood, I created a ruby amulet for 50 more points, and enchanted it to give us a direct upgrade in the form of an amulet of strength. After a little session of grinding some hunter-related League tasks off record, I went to Steve the Slayer Master to unlock broader fletching and crafted a broad arrow, bringing our total League points up to 7,500, meaning Relic 5 is now unlockable. I decided that as I am not spending excessive amounts of time playing the League in terms of straight gameplay hours, I need to maximise my XP gains as much as possible, as so many points are locked behind getting 99s and the 25 million XP in each skill. Therefore, Equilibrium was my choice. This relic gives us bonus XP of 10% of our total level every time an XP gain is dropped. For example, if we have 1500 total, we get 150 bonus XP for every triggered XP drop. As we have Production Master, it means that in the same scenario, we get 150 times 28 bonus XP for each invent processed, assuming 1500 total level. This should help us catch up with the ranks. In addition to the main effect, this tier's passive effect also increases certain items' drop rates further, making them 3 times more common. This means it's time to start gear hunting once again, and where best to try our luck once more than with Slayer grinding at the Hill Giant and Moss Giant bosses. Our first beginner clue from this mini grind gave us a Saradomin Scimitar ornament kit, which will grant us a task later on, as we don't actually have a rune skim to attach it to right now. Other than that, the loots from a few clues are unnoteworthy, except the cabbage rolls, which are rolls on the unique table and always disappointing to see. Yet again, I got bored and distracted from the bossing grind, so I went to knock out more simple tasks to do with farming, runecrafting, and hunter. Part of doing this involved unlocking chivalry and piety prayers, which means completing the King's Ransom quest. A little while later, I had got the preliminary quest completed, using reward lamps in prayer, before finishing the quest in question. Now all I had to do was flinch the Knight's Training Grounds challenge to unlock the prayers, unlocking chivalry and 50 League points. We also get 100 for piety, but first we need to get to 70 prayer. That's a task for later though, as we head back to Bryophyta instead. No notable drops, just a few alks and beginner clues that offered no uniques. The cash stack finally warranted another upgrade, up to the rune plate body, alking our rune chain. A few tasks later, I decided to mix up the giant grind, opting to take on ogresses in Corsair Cove for the chance at a rune full helm drop to upgrade our gear. The grind took us up to 100 combat, as well as allowed us to complete a crystal key, opening the crystal chest for a dragonstone that I'll turn into a glory or combat bracelet once I get around to some crafting training. Part of the AFK grinds I've been doing is at the Motherlode mine, and we finally completed the task to get 20 golden nuggets. We will still have to spend a lot of time here for the hard Falador diary and the 100 points for equipping the full prospector outfit. I knocked out a few more tasks before heading back to the Slayer grind at Bryophyta. Our 10th Bryo kill completed the league task for 50 Slayer tasks in a row, but still no essence drop. And that's the way it'll stay for now, as I finally want to take on a more challenging piece of content. I headed to Steve to pick myself up at a Tsar task, which of course I opted for taking on Jad to get the fire cape. What I found interesting in this league are the strategies people have used to complete the fight caves using only the melee combat style. I have only ever beaten Jad once before on any account, and that was using the Italy Rock safe spotting method using ranged. As you can see, I messed this up badly. I didn't do my research, only knowing that I was supposed to flinch the mages in some way. I mistimed everything, ran too far away, and got bopped on wave 34. I haven't let this dissuade me from carrying on, but I think I need some upgrades and a better understanding on flinch mechanics before I take on the caves again. We'll be back for our cape in the next episode. If you've enjoyed the content and want to see more, please leave me a like or offer some feedback in the comments. Feel free to check out my other old school RuneScape videos and subscribe if you enjoy. See you next time.